Guess who's back in the house? It's Samantha here with Samantha Raised the Recipe, and I'd like to welcome you all back to the channel. If you're brand new and wondering what we do here, well, anything I've ever seen on Instagram, on Tasty, on Food Network, on any of these channels that I've thought looked good, I'm not just going to be looking at it anymore. I'm going to actually try these recipes out and see if they taste as good as they look. Now, before we move on, I need you to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We upload every Monday, and if you haven't already, you need to hit that like button. Make sure you're sharing with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend so we can boost the channel up and all learn whether or not these recipes taste good together. So this recipe comes from the Tasty app, and I decided since next week is Cinco de Mayo, I'm doing like a Mexican themed kind of a thing, right? So if you haven't already, check out our pink grapefruit margaritas, yum, and the tres leches cake that I made, right? So what we're doing today is we're making fiesta stuffed peppers, right? So in Learn to Like, we did the tres leches cake, and that Learn to Like is all about, you know, learning to like stuff I don't like, which is pretty much everything. I don't really like peppers, right? But I said, you know, just do it, Samantha. Don't get out there. Don't limit yourself. You don't know whether this stuff is good or not. Shake it. All right. And then that goes there. Don't fall down, sugar. And so I really am putting in an effort to expand my palate. So I'm not a pepper eater, but I'm hoping that I enjoy this recipe. Usually when I have stuffed peppers, like I'll eat all the stuff out and the pepper what remains the same, uneaten. So I'm just gonna cut the tops off of these. Then we're gonna put these in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. And while that's happening, we're gonna make our filling. Okay guys, so while the peppers are in the oven, I put a little oil in my pan here, and we're going to start the filling. So we got a pound of ground beef. And we're gonna brown that. All right, so now we have our ground meat, it's all done. And we're gonna come in with our onion. Let that go a little bit. I think the original recipe did call for yellow onion, but what I had was red, so that's what we used. I wonder why they call red onions red when they really purple. You know what I'm saying? What's that about? Then I'm gonna come in with our corn. I use frozen corn, cause why not? And then we have some brown rice, which I cooked ahead of time. Okay guys, so we're coming in with the taco seasoning, which actually of course should have been done with just the meat, but I feel like it'll be fine. Into this, we come in with a can of black beans. And can I just say, I'm kind of iffy with black beans. Sometimes I like them and sometimes I don't. I don't know. There's no like rhyme or reason, no logic to what it makes me like them and what doesn't. And then this is salsa, a whole jar, apparently, is what we're coming in with. And then we mix this all together. And now, what Mexican recipe is complete without the cheese? You got to have the cheese. All right, guys, so our stuffing is finished, and we're gonna just pop it into our 3 peppers. You know what I was thinking about too? The kids, my nephews, and myself. If you don't want this in a pepper, this probably would be good just in a bowl by itself or over some tortilla chips. So that's a variation that might work for you if you're like me and are adverse to peppers. And another thing you could do is you could stuff a tomato. because that's usually what I do in lieu of having a pepper. So you stuff them, stuff them, stuff them. Okay. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna top them off with some cheese, right? And then they go back into the oven for 15 minutes. Get on there. Guys, so I will say they look super good, right? Now you can garnish these with whatever you want. I have some pico here, some guacamole, which, you know, I don't like avocados. Remember, if you've seen any of the Learn to Likes, you know that this is not my jam. But just, you know, for purposes of the video, let's just, you know, do what people would probably normally do. Put your little guac. You probably want to put your little pico on top, you know. Oh, maybe a little cilantro, right? Boom, put it on there. I threw it everywhere but onto the actual thing, onto the actual pepper. But maybe that's what you like. Now, I heard, right, it is said that the red peppers are sweeter. So what I'm gonna do is ease myself into this pepper life, right? And I'm gonna just pick it up like this. Oh my God, it's hot. And she's a little wobbly, so we're gonna let her lay on her side. And we're gonna cut it like that. Here it is. I'm gonna cut me a little slice. Oh gosh. Now the inside I know will be good. The pepper scaring me to just eat like a chunk of it, right? But let's just see. Let's see what's going on. Get a little bit of everything. That's hot. So, ooh, there's a little spice on it. Got a little kick. I'm sure that comes from the salsa. I didn't think about this, but people like jalapenos too. That's all right, boom. If you wanted to do that, you could sprinkle a few on there too. You feel me? But that ain't really my thing. So this is pretty good. I feel like I've been giving out a whole lot of threes lately, but I'm gonna give this a 4. This was super easy. And here's the thing, I really like the filling. The pepper is not bad, but I would have to learn the texture, right? A lot of stuff that I don't like doesn't really always have anything to do with the taste. It's just the mouthfeel, right? I don't even know what that's about, but yeah, okay, I like it. So here's the rating, right? Officially, I give the 4 for the taste, right? I give all I would also give it a 4.5 even for the time and the effort. And yeah, this didn't take much time, right? You had to do the peppers, make sure they get cooked, right? So that 20 minutes of just like pepper cook time, whatever. But in terms of everything coming together, it came together super quickly. I really enjoyed the recipe. So Tasty gets a thumbs up for me on this one. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you're liking the video, sharing, and leave me a comment below. What would you add? What would you take away? Have you tried this recipe? Will you try this recipe? You need to try this recipe. This is super easy. This is a good variation from, like, if you're doing something at the house for Cinco de Mayo, instead of doing tacos, how about a little fiesta pepper? I think that would be a great idea, guys. So I appreciate everybody for coming, and I'll catch you next time.